No, so it's a Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It's Ladybird edition, very old school for those of us growing up reading Ladybird books. I don't know what they do these days with children, but here you go. So, this is Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And it's retold by Vera Southgate with illustrations by Polona Lovsin. Ladybird Tales. Okay, so I'm going to fit you there in the frame so you can still see him. Yes, you can. You can see me. And we're going to go. Okay, so here we go with pictures of the bears. You see my frame? Yes, you can. Once upon a time, there were 3 bears who lived in a little house in a wood. Father Bear was a very big bear. A bit like Sweeto, isn't it? Yeah. Mother Bear was a medium-sized bear, and Baby Bear was just a tiny little bear. There we go. There's Father Bear, Mother Bear, and little Baby Bear. Nice, isn't it? One morning, Mother Bear cooked some porridge for breakfast, and she put it into 3 bowls. There was a very big bowl for Father Bear, a medium-sized bowl for Mother Bear, and a tiny little bowl for Baby Bear. You can see the bowls, the big one, the medium one, and the tiny little one. The porridge was rather hot, so the 3 bears decided to go for a walk in the wood while it cooled. Yeah, makes sense. Now, at the edge of the wood, in another little house, there lived a little girl. Her golden hair was so long that she could sit on it. She was called Goldilocks. So locks is another word for hair. And Goldilocks was called Goldilocks because of her golden hair that was so long that she could actually sit on it. Wow. On that very same morning, before breakfast, Goldilocks also went for a walk in the wood. Soon, Goldilocks came to the little house where the 3 bears lived. The door was open and she peeped inside. When she saw that no one was there, she walked straight in. She walked straight into the house. She walked into a stranger's house. Would you do that, children? Would you walk into a stranger's house like that? If the door was open? No, we don't talk to strangers, do we? No, we don't. We don't. Goldilocks did. Naughty. Isn't that right, Sweeto? It's naughty, isn't it? Yes, it is. Goldilocks saw the 3 bowls of porridge and the 3 spoons on the table. The porridge smelled good, and Goldilocks was hungry because she had not had her breakfast. Goldilocks picked up the very big spoon and tasted the porridge in the very big bowl. It was too hot. Remember, that's why the bears left to make sure that the porridge cooled down in time. Then she picked up the medium-sized spoon and tasted the porridge in the medium-sized bowl. It was too lumpy. Oh dear. Mummy Bear's not going to like that, is she, when she has that porridge? Then she picked up the tiny little spoon and tasted the porridge in the tiny little bowl. It was just right. Look at her, how happy she is. She's eating Baby Bear's food, though, Baby Bear's porridge. Was that a good thing or a bad thing? Let me know. Soon she had eaten it all up. Oh dear, she'd eaten up all the porridge. I don't think that was a good thing of her to do. Do you? To eat someone else's food without asking their permission? Would you do that? Ooh. Then Goldilocks saw 3 chairs. A very big chair, a medium-sized chair, and a tiny little chair. She sat in the very big chair. It was too high. Look at the chairs she's sitting in. So she's really taking enjoying being in that house, isn't she? Eating people's food and sitting on other people's chairs. What do you think, Sweeto? Do you think she did the right thing? No, Sweeto doesn't think so. No. I don't think so either. What about you? Do you think she did the right thing? She sat in a medium-sized chair. It was too hard. Then she sat in the tiny little chair. It was just right. But was the tiny little chair just right? No. Goldilocks was rather too heavy for it. The seam began to crack, and then it broke. Oh no, look at her there. She broke little baby bear's chair. Oh no. Oh dear. Goldilocks had broken the very little chair, and she was very sorry. Oh, so she was sorry about it, though. But then you're going to say, she shouldn't have sat on it, shouldn't she? Yes, I hear you. I hear you. I know. I agree with you. Next, Goldilocks went into the bedroom. There she saw 3 beds. A very big bed, a medium-sized bed, and a tiny little bed. She felt tired and thought she would like to go to sleep. So Goldilocks climbed up onto the very big bed. It was too hard, yet again. Because that bed was for Big Bear, Daddy Bear, wasn't it? Then she climbed up onto the medium-sized bed. It was too soft. Oh. Then Goldilocks lay down on the tiny little bed. It was just right. Soon she was fast asleep. Before long, the 3 bears came back home for breakfast. Father Bear looked at his very big porridge bowl and said in a very loud voice, "Who has been eating my porridge?" Oh dear. Father Bear is not happy about that. Oh dear. Oh dear. Mother Bear looked at her medium-sized porridge bowl and said in a medium-sized voice, "Who's been eating my porridge?" She wasn't happy about that either. Baby Bear looked at his tiny little porridge bowl and said in a tiny little voice, "Who's been eating my porridge and has eaten it all up?" Oh dear. The baby bear is definitely not happy about this. Because we know who's eaten the porridge, don't we? Who's eaten it? Yes, that's right, Goldilocks has. Naughty girl. Next, Father Bear looked at his very big chair. "Who has been sitting in my chair?" he asked in a very loud voice. Then Mother Bear looked at her medium-sized chair. "Who has been sitting in my chair?" she asked in a medium-sized voice. They're all confused. Who's been inside their house? Then Baby Bear looked at his tiny little chair. "Who has been sitting in my chair and has broken it?" he asked in his tiny little voice. Oh dear, poor Baby Bear. It's not right, is it? No. Next, the 3 bears went into the bedroom. Father Bear looked at his very big bed. "Who has been lying on my bed?" he asked in a very loud voice. Mother Bear looked at her medium-sized bed. "Who has been lying on my bed?" she asked in a medium-sized voice. You can see they're all looking around in the bedroom now, wondering what's been going on. Baby Bear looked at his tiny little bed. "Here she is," he cried, making his tiny little voice as loud as he could. "Here's the naughty girl who's been eating my porridge and broken my chair. Here she is." Because, of course, Goldilocks was lying in Baby Bear's bed and she'd fallen asleep, hadn't she? At the sound of their voices, Goldilocks woke up. When she saw the 3 bears, she jumped off the bed in fright. Whew! She rushed down the stairs through the cottage door and disappeared into the woods. She just literally ran off. She just ran off. Dear, oh dear. It's not good, is it? Is it, Sweeto? No, it isn't. It isn't. By the time the 3 bears reached the door, Goldilocks was out of sight. The three bears never saw her again. She literally ran off forever. That's what she did. Oh dear. Oh dear. What happens next? Oh, that was it. The end. Oh dear, oh dear. There you go. That was Goldilocks and Three Bears. So let me know, what are your thoughts? Do you think Goldilocks did the right thing by running off without saying sorry? I don't think so. And what if she said sorry? Do you think it would be right for the three bears to forgive her? Let us know. Till then, bye for now from me and from Sweeto. Say bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.